Yes, mankind can put on themselves more than they can bear, and that is by them falling into what is haram, or being excessive in those things which are legislated, or innovating into the religion. As for having ikhlas and following the Prophet ﷺ, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not burden us so more than what it can bear. That's when it comes to the religious aspect of it. There are also decrees that occur in the universal. So for example, it is not religious at all, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you in your health, He will test you in your wealth, He will test you in your provisions and your options in life, etc. And that's got to do with the qadr of Allah. But even in that, man can either be patient in the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has explained to us on how to be patient in each given circumstance. So if it's got to do with health, there are solutions. There's ruqya, there is seeking consultation, being with those people who remind them of the akhirah, looking at those people who are more deprived than they are, who are less well off, etc. And then when the person does that, they will be able to be patient in a manner that we have just discussed. That has got to do with the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is legislative, universal, should I say. So a person will not fall into being burdened if they follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told them to follow, and what the Messenger of Allah has left for us to follow in the legislative and in the universal. I know I'm being technical here, but I think you study these things, so I think you can follow what I'm saying. If a person leaves these two, then of course he's going to end up following and falling into burdens that they can't bear. In the religion, they will be excessive when it comes to aqeedah, when it comes to tawheed, when it comes to falling into shirk. These people are putting a burden on themselves, and nifaq and all these other things that they can't bear. They will not be able to live with the consequences of it in the dunya before the akhirah. That's the legislative, but also in the universal. When they fall into haram, when they fall into things where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to stay away from, they will then end up falling into those things which will be burdensome upon them. What's the way back? Ikhlas, mutaba'ah, tawbah. So everything goes back to why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. بارك الله فيك.